snort, snort, snort,
Cody, drip,
snort, snort,
I got the drip going.
snort, snort, snort,
Cody, drip,
snort, snort.
I got the drip.
I'm not made of money. I just got paid by YouTube. I already, all right, paid my mortgage. I paid, what did I pay? My cell phone bill. I paid my car payment. I'm trying to think because there's various things I had to pay right away before they became overdue. So I dumped a whole bunch of money into my monthly bills, okay? And basically now I have a certain amount set, but that's supposed to be set to pay more bills coming up by the end of the month, all right? If I basically pay these people exactly what they want to do all the work they want to do to my car, I will have $0. Like zero. I will have no money at all for the rest of the month. And I have bills due and things due that I have to pay by the end of the month or they're all overdue and then I get slammed. You know, you can't not pay your bills. Okay? These guys, like the bill, what they quoted me. Allow me to ballpark it for you. What they quoted me for the repair. Now keep in mind, a car five years old, 10,000 miles, all right, basically gets used 2-3 times a week. Never had an issue with it before besides a leaky tire once. They're telling me to fix the car, it was going to cost me over $2,000. Are you out of your fucking mind? Seriously, I didn't get into a car accident. The engine didn't fucking explode. It's not on fire. There's no smoke coming out of it. You think you're going to charge me $2,000 fucking dollars because the car won't start? Are you out of your mind? Like, on what planet would someone be so dumb to pay that much money, right? That's just stupid, okay? Now, so basically, here's exactly what I said. I said, I don't have that much money. You're out of your mind. There's absolutely no way I'm paying you that much money. Okay, I said, so run me through this about the rewiring, all right? Well, the wiring could be what caused one of your components to break or wear, so we want to rewire it so that way it would prevent it from happening again, and also, you know, hopefully, and I'm like, okay, so what you're telling me is you have no idea. What they want to do is they want to replace everything so that they can charge me the maximum amount of money. All right. Obviously, I'm not doing that. Or I'm just not. That's crazy. I can't do that. So I said to them, all right, here's what we should do. Tell me actually what is broken. All right. So one component they're saying is testing poorly, like very poor performance, should be replaced. Okay. And one component seems like it's broken outright. Okay. Let's replace that. Also, I need an oil change. My car, the light went on like less than a week ago. I need an oil change anyway. I told them, do it while it's there. That way I don't have to fucking worry about this ever again, you know, for another year or two. You know, just get it all done. All right? So, if we, you know, replace that stuff, right? What are we looking at for the cost? So, of course, he goes, okay, it's about $1,150. Oh, my God, right? Still, it's just like, this blows, right? It absolutely blows, and nothing I could do about it, because it sounds like even if I'm doing the skimp, and I say, I don't want you to go crazy rewiring my car, you know what I'm saying? It's still gonna cost me an insane amount of money, okay? Now, after I had this conversation with them, here's what I told them to do. I said, since this seems like the bare minimum, do it, and then call me back. And by the way, I basically said to them, is this something that can be done today? Yes, absolutely. This is absolutely, we can get this done today. I said, can you maybe have it done by, you know, I basically said my break time between the streams. Yes, we can absolutely have it done by then. Okay. I said, all right, so please, you know, get the work done. Call me back. Let me know, you know, if the engine light goes off, if the car starts, and we'll go from there. So I don't even know if replacing the two components that I gave them the okay to replace is going to fix the car. because they actually don't know what the cause is. They're basically troubleshooting. But you have to think, if you found one component that's testing poorly and you found another component that's actually seems broken, right? You know what I'm saying? Then that's probably the culprit, right? So I told him to go, okay, do that. All right. So that's what's going on with the car now. I immediately, when I got off the phone with them, I called my father. My father used to work on cars. He used to actually work on cars as a job at one point in his life. It was his hobby. For our my whole growing up as a kid, he almost always did all the maintenance on our cars by himself. He knows a lot about cars. So I started asking him about cars, okay? And I told him the whole situation. Here's what my dad had to say. He said, you got to understand, sadly in America, this is how businesses operate, especially repair places like a car repair place. He's like, yes, it sounds to me they're basically trying to do the maximum amount of work on your car that's unnecessary. So he told me a story. He said, once, his car, it was out of warranty. They had bought a new car, just probably like in the 2000s. My parents had bought a new car, all right, and they after it had just expired, just like mine's out of warranty. My dad's car was out of warranty. So you were going to take it back, to the dealer again, because they're going to charge you an arm and a leg for a repair. So he took it to one of these chain repair places. So the chain repair place tells him, you have all these things wrong with your car. And one of the things, I guess, was one of the belts, either the timing belt or one of the belts was wrong. Now, that wasn't even the reason that he had originally brought it to the shop. But they're insisting that this is wrong. So after they told him all this shit, he's like, I'm not doing it. I want my car back. He took it to a little local place. Not a chain, but a little local repair place nearby, independent, and basically explained to that guy the situation. He said, all right, I'm gonna do a real assessment for you. And he says, there is nothing wrong with any of the belts in your car. He says, not at all. They blatantly lied to you to get you to pay them a lot more money. He's like, there's nothing wrong. So they repaired exactly what the problem was. Okay. And basically, he got out of there for less than half of what the chain repair place was going to charge him, and he never had a problem with the car again. Like, it wasn't like a recurring problem. They fixed the problem. Okay? So this is sadly 100% what they do in America at these repair places, unless you have a little mom and pop shop. There used to be one right around the corner, and they went out of business, which sucks. Because if there was a little place, I probably would have went right there. But all the things around here are big chain repair shops, so there's nothing you can really do about it. So I explained to my dad the situation, and he said, the way you're handling it is correct. He says, if they're saying there absolutely is a component that's worn out or broken outright, that should be replaced. You don't want to be taking a chance with a component that looks like it's broken. But he says, for the rewiring, he goes, no. He says, they shouldn't be rewiring anything there. He says, if they replace the part, they turn it on and it tests fine. It's running and the code's cleared. You're good. Now, it's true. If the problem happens again, say in another few years, now we know maybe the wiring is the problem. But should I be dropping an extra $1,000 now on the wiring when we have no clue if that's the problem? Of course not. That's insane, right? That's absolutely over the top, crazy, expensive nonsense. Okay? So, yeah, why would I do that? So, yeah. So basically my dad said, good on you for questioning, because if you didn't, they absolutely would have charged you the over $2,000, which would have been absolutely ridiculous. You're basically throwing away like $1,000. And, do what you're doing, and hopefully the car works and you're good. All right. So that's what I'm doing. I'm waiting now. They're going to call me back later today. And hopefully the car works. And I'm going to have to drop like $1,150 on this fucking repair. And by the way, I already paid $200 for the tow job. And now I got to drop $1,150 on this car repair today. That's essentially money I don't have. You know what I mean? Like, that was money that's supposed to be going to paying bills and other things. I don't have this extra money. But I got to drop it now on this. What else am I going to do? I need a car. I can't not have a car. My wife needs to be able to go to and from work. We need to have a car to get around, to do things like grocery shopping, pet supply shopping and appointments and all the things that we do on our day off. We can't not have a car, you know. It sucks ass. It does. It sucks ass. So all this is going on. There is a little bit of silver lining. A little bit. I will. I'm not going to, because you see, I could easily have just told you the bad news and not the good news. And then people would have been like, oh, you see, he's trying to get a sob story out of this. I'm not. I'm just being honest with what's going on in my life with you guys. That's what the purpose of this podcast really is, right? There is some good news. Last night, I was downstairs, you know, with my wife. We were actually watching X-Files. It's cool. We're watching X-Files for the month of October. It's really cool for Halloween. We actually saw an episode where someone was like a werewolf, and now we're seeing episodes of like crazy mutant killers and stuff. Like, wow, this show's wild. Okay, so we're watching the X-Files, and all of a sudden, all at once, I check my email, and I have no exaggeration. I have like 30 emails, and instantly, I was like, uh-oh. Usually when that happens, it's something bad. It's something stupid. Okay, luckily it was not. It was something good. All right. So in regards to those chargebacks that I had last week, there were 90 something transactions. All right. That had hit me that were all charged back that amounted to over $400 in chargebacks. Okay. Well, I won some of them. Okay. I think it was like 30 of them, and they ranged from various values. Some were $1, some were $2, some were $5. All in all, it was about $100. So out of the over 90 chargebacks that hit me, I've won about 30 of them. And I keep that money, and that money was restored to my PayPal account overnight, about $100. Okay? Now, you might be asking yourself a question that doesn't really make much sense, so allow me to elaborate. You said there were over 90 chargebacks, Phil, right? You got them all the same day, correct? I did. I got them all within the same night. I think it was Wednesday night of last week. Okay, so almost a week ago. All right. If you got them all at once, you know, how does it make sense that you got a response about like 30 of them last night? What about the other 60? That's a very good question. Because as I've explained to you guys, all right, PayPal is a very mysterious company. All right. You'll have a situation where someone charges back. All right. You'll have all the documented evidence you need that was a legitimate transaction, including proof of the time and place when that transaction happened, the message that was attached to that transaction. You can show the video evidence of you shouting out the transaction and responding to the message sent to you with that tip. And you can have everything documented on your end. You're good. And you could have two identical situations of that happening, and you send both of those to PayPal, and one of them PayPal will say, you win, and you immediately keep the money, and another one PayPal will sit on for 30 days, never do anything with, and then all of a sudden arbitrarily say, oh, we ruled against you, and close it and keep your money. There is no determination at all when it comes to PayPal of why they grant or deny a chargeback request or why they grant or deny a chargeback rebuttal. It doesn't make sense. And like I said, you can have identical situations that they treat differently. Do they give you an answer? Are they like, oh, it's because of this? No, they just say either you won or you lost and give you no information whatsoever, and they close the claim. So you don't have not access to figure out what happened, you know? Now, if you lose a claim, sometimes you can appeal. I've never won an appeal. Not once. It seems like when you lose a claim, that's it.
I got the drip go. 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 I got the drip go.
Can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean. These dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.